Hey everybody, welcome back. We have 8 games remaining here in the season. We have a 23-point lead over Jiangsu FC, which means that if we win this match, then we have completely clinched the league, and that's what we're hoping for here today. We have already clinched promotion. The hope is that we can get a good performance here to win this one over and to put ourselves up and on the map. Now, we have a couple of changes here. We have Delphi and Rovaglia up front. This is because Moanta is a little bit tired, or at least was when I last looked at him. Para is coming off of injury. He is still tired, though. We're going to keep him and Moanta out of the side as best as we can so that they can play in the Chinese FA Cup semifinal, which will take place in, I believe, 3 or 4 days. So that's going to be tomorrow's match. Today, though, we just want to win the league first. This is March 31st, 2023, and we want to go out on a big and happy note. Yeah, we're not playing Wang Tong, honestly, because he's not a very good player. We want to play our good players today. We don't want to play the poor players. I'd much rather have Zhu Bin in there and Yan Kun as our two Chinese players other than the goaltender. And so we'll see how it works here. We should be able to defeat Ningxia, but we'll see what happens in the end. Not a sellout crowd here, as you can see. In Yanji, I guess people don't quite realize that if we win, we have completely won the league. Maybe we don't have as many fans as I once thought we did. You know, something like that's going on. And let's see how we do. So they kick off as normal, and let's get the ball back as quickly as we can, guys. We are on pace to have 200 goals this season. And hopefully we'll be able to get it here. The last match was a bit of a letdown as we only scored 2. We need to score a little bit more than that. I think we're 5 goals away from 200. And there's Paulson with a header, and it's just saved by the goaltender. Yan Kun following up with another one and just barely misses getting that goal in. But that's what we want to see. That's one of the reasons why we like Yan Kun, because he's really tall and he's very good in the air. Yan Kun, by the way, came to us from Jiangsu FC, who will likely be promoted along with us. They are our new rivals. Park Myung-sung now over to Kolunzik, back to Park Myung-sung, over to Paulson. Paulson looks forward, finds Wade, and he kicks that one forward to Zhu Bin, who has a shot on it and just barely misses getting the goal. Zhu Bin, who's only 16 years old, I've talked about him before. He's a absolutely incredible player. This guy is homegrown at club, comes in through our youth system, and man, I mean, he just gets forward with the best of them and is offensive-minded the whole game. And we want to see more players like that come through the system. He also has a good personality, which is one of the things we kind of struggle with. We get a lot of low ambition players. Rovaglia with the throw into Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young now. And he is dispossessed in a move that's not really characteristic of him. And they have the ball in midfield here. Lee Jin-young, though, wins it back over to Delphi, back to Zhu Bin. Does he see his man? He does. He's got Rovaglia, who I think was offside. He goes up to Kolunzik for a throw or for a header, and Kolunzik barely misses. He ends up being called offside in the end. That just missed a goal by inches, but it doesn't matter as he was offside all along. Lee Jin-young now. Kolunzik's not really my first choice there on that side, but I wanted to save Moanta, like I said, for the bigger match. And Rovaglia is fouled in the penalty area. That is a penalty, and are they going to come out with a yellow card? Yes, they will, against Mo Yanlong. Rovaglia ends up taking this. I thought that it would be Delphi for a little while, but no, Rovaglia wants this one, and it is saved. Unfortunately, Rovaglia gets it back, and that's not a good sign. That doesn't bode well for us. Lee Jin-young now looking for Park Myung-sung, can't find him. Rovaglia hasn't taken a lot of penalties so far this season, and that one was not taken very well at all. We really should have had Eunice Delphi taking that, and as you can see, that puts Rovaglia down at a 6.2. This is a player, and I can see Kolunzik is really struggling too. I was about to take him off. Rovaglia is a player who I'm not sure that we're actually going to keep on our squad going up to the next season. We'll see. Yan Kun with the header from the corner and just misses it, and there was another shot, I think, from Paulson, and that's knocked out for a corner kick. And, man, we're getting as close as you can to a scoring here without actually doing so. It was Paulson with that one that was hit right off the goalkeeper's hands and just manages to stay out. And it's been a while since we've had a first half in which we haven't scored. I don't remember the last time that happened. Lee Jin-young now with the corner, and he kicks that one up, and he's looking for Rovaglia, who ends up heading that one wide. Rovaglia is a little bit too selfish, which is one of the reasons why I'm considering not keeping him on the squad for much longer. He has been scoring, but he has these matches like this where he kind of just gets in the way. Zhu Bin now with the free kick looking for Yan Kun, finds him, but just can't get that header down. And the question now is, who do we put in place of Rovaglia? Because there's a pretty good chance he's going to come off. And unfortunately, Chung Binbin is injured, so we can't use him. And we'll see what happens. Jonovic also not having a very good match. And this is a little bit frustrating for us, isn't it? This is, I think, the first time all season I've had to tell these guys I'm not happy with their performance out there after the first half. And let's make a couple of changes here. So we're going to look at Kalundzic, who is injured. Yeah, I'm thinking Kim Jong-il or Zhou Jiantong. We're going to put Zhou Jiantong out there, and then Rovaglia has to come off. Okay, we will put Kim Jong-il out there, and I do that pretty apprehensively, as he too is apprehensive. He's upset he hasn't been playing. We want to make one more change. My apologies. We're looking here at Jonovic to see what we can do. And yeah, we'll put João Victor on that left-hand side and hope that he can give us a little bit more oomph. I worry about Kim Jong-il because he tends to fall apart in big matches, and this is definitely a big match. Here's Jubin. Jubin doesn't. He's playing really well. Back to Victor. And Victor does beat his man over to Jubin again, and he has a little pass in there to Delphi, who scores the goal. I think is offside. What is the ref saying? He's not saying anything, so it looks like that's going to be allowed. And that makes it 1-0 Yanbian FC, and that's probably the goal that we need to push us forward into victory. Victor here with the pass to Jubin, and Jubin has this excellent pass to Delphi, who I swear is offside there. I'm going to see if they give us a tight offside, and they will. Let's take a close look here, and let me know what you think. I think he's offside. I think he's pretty clearly offside, just judging from those lines. I don't know about that. That was a missed call. 1-0 Yanbian FC, but boy, that's a pretty controversial goal to score. It looked pretty clear to me in live action that he was offside. Park Myung-sung now over to Lee Jin-young. Back to Park Myung-sung, over to Paulsen. Paulsen back to Yenquin. Yenquin now knocks it forward, looking for Delphi again. He's got Zhou Jiantong, who really should have passed that. He was offside. Anyway, Kim Jong-il was the one who was offside. He really should have passed that, though. He had a couple of guys looking for a cross. It goes back out here to Jubin after the free kick. Jubin back to João Victor, and he will take this up by himself, as he usually does, and he finds Delphi there with the header. That came out of nowhere, and fortunately for Ningxia Ren Haixia, they are able to, Haishi, apologies, they're able to make the save. And we have Park Myung-sung coming from the back to keep this one in, over to Kim Jong-il, back to Lee Jin-young. It's a big Korean connection there, back to Paulsen, over to Wade. Wade now down to Park Myung-sung. And he just loses possession of the ball. That's all there is to that. It goes back to Paulsen, and Paulsen will set it up again to Park Myung-sung, back to Paulsen. He finds Wade, thread the needle over to Delphi, and it's just a little bit beyond him. Jubin with an excellent cross up in the air, but Delphi's unable to get under that, and it's João Victor in the end who's coming back up with it over to Jubin. Jubin over to Lee Jin-young, who finds Kim Jong-il, over to Zhou Jiantong, who misses, and Delphi is there to clean up the mess. So Jiantong needs to score that goal. That's a sitter. That's one that's right in front of him, and it takes Delphi here not giving up on the play to get this rebound, and it's an easy goal. He gets in literally behind the goaltender. I mean, he is on the goalie's back. And he scores the goal and struts his stuff. Not the most beautifully scored goal in the world, and another one that has me wondering a little bit about what's going to happen after we move up a level next year. Liu Xiaoziyang is able to take control of that one as Paulsen boxes out his man, and it goes over to Park Myung-sung. Park Myung-sung now down to Zhou Jiantong, who's playing at kind of a strange angle. He goes back to Paulsen. Paulsen up to Zhou Jiantong, over to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young's got a couple of guys, and he finds Jubin up there once again. Jubin having an excellent game, over to Delphi, and Delphi with the hat trick, and with the magnificent strike and the excellent goal. And Delphi was a great signing, wasn't he? This Iranian player. He looked kind of odd. He was offside in that first one. That second one, I don't know about that one, but this third one was emphatic and struck with authority, and with two men on him as well. And, I mean, he just picked out that angle and that spot with the best of them. And this is a great player that we have. And like I said, that was a great signing. And may he ever be a great player for this club. And we're going to keep hold of him for quite some time. Yanquin knocking it out, trying to find Wade, can't find him. And it ends up back with Ningxia again. But remember that they are down by 3 goals now at this point. And it's Gao Furong who's starting to make us look a little bit silly, but we are just about able to clear that one out. Gao Xin now over to Han Zhiting, and it's Wade who just sort of walks in front of him, takes the ball away over to Zhou Jiantong, over to Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il has that pace and has that ability, and he knocks that one up into the air for a little pop-up corner. I'm not sure that that's really what I want Kim Jong-il to do there. I really would rather see him pass we need to work on our passing here. Yenquin there on the corner and just not able to get the angle right on that one. This was okay, but Kim Jong-il, when you look forward, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 different guys he can cross it to, and instead he just decides to take it himself and kind of kicks it right at the defender's feet. So, I mean, it works, I guess, but we need to see a little bit better action from Kim Jong-il than that. Jubin now with the free kick and just misses a goal. And Jubin has he doesn't look like he's 16. I'll put it that way. He has a lot of potential and is going to just get better and better for us. And it's probably going to wind up being our starting, like our go-to starter there on that left attacking midfield side. 4-0 Yanbian FC, and we have the XG of 4.75. And we are sort of piling it on here, aren't we? And we have 87 minutes played and chance for another one. Here's Lee Jin-young with the corner again, looking for Paulson, and he just can't keep that one down. I mean, we are trying to make the best of the corners that we can, and these front post corners are pretty good. I haven't had, as I've said before, any success with those far post corners, but the near post ones seem to work quite well for us. There's that goalkeeper Dong Lei with it again, knocks it backwards, and it goes through Yenquin, kind of past his head. And it's Joao Victor now who's able to clear it as far as their defender. And then Kim Jong-il takes it down, smartly passes it backwards to Lee Jin-young, who has room to run and will run. Finds Zhou Jiansong, who goes back to Lee Jin-young, who's double-teamed. The ball is taken away from him. And it's not really going to matter now for long, is it? Because we only have a few seconds left in this one. There's a cross in that hits one of our defenders, and Liu Xiaoziyang is able to take it, and he walks out of bounds with it, and that ball was over the line, and nobody seems to notice. And Jubin loses the header, and it doesn't matter in the end. We win 4-0, and here is your confirmation that we have won the Chinese Second Division North, which is part of the third tier of Chinese football. We not only have been promoted, but we have emerged victoriously, and there I am at the back. And here we are ready to go now, and we're going to lift up the trophy any second now. And I guess we have to have the next screen. This is my first time seeing this, by the way, in FM23. And there you have it. There is the trophy celebration for us. We have won, and we have won this match pretty emphatically, and we have won the league without losing or drawing a single match, which is not what I was expecting when we were coming into this. And do we get a cartwheel is the big question. As we did last in FM22, and there was the cartwheel, and that's what we like to see. And so we've done it. We've managed to win it. We have won the league. Now we just need to go out there and win the cup. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'm going to have a talk with Pietro Ravaglia after that awful performance. That doesn't bode well for him. I will talk to you tomorrow, and we'll see if we can move up to this cup final. See you then. Bye.